first we're going to talk about how to recognize when someone is a fake friend, because I think that a lot of the times that's not always explained. Hey guys, it is Michaela Kiana. I am coming back to y'all with another video. Today I'm in my chill clothes because I'm relaxing. I'm having a little self-care day. I did just get out of the shower, so that's why my hair is wet. But I do have an important topic that I want to talk about. I feel like I've been seeing not just myself dealing with this over the last probably like 4 years since a lot of us graduated high school and entered college. I'm going to be talking about how to deal with fake friends. You know, it's not always self-explanatory how to deal with those things, especially when it's like, this is somebody I've opened up to, this is somebody that I have, you know, shared moments with and all that. So first we're going to talk about how to recognize when someone is a fake friend, because I think that a lot of the times that's not always explained. Judge you on why you didn't realize it, but I think that the conversation of how to recognize that someone is a fake friend needs to be had more. So we're going to talk about that. We're also going to talk about once you recognize they're a fake friend, what do you do? And then we're also going to talk about a little bit of my experience and kind of what I learned from the situations. Number one, how to recognize that someone is a fake friend. If you are questioning if someone is your friend, if that person continues to do things that make you uncomfortable, if they continuously slip and tell your business to other people or other friends when you guys are out, if they are just trying to embarrass you all the time, or I think this might just be for me, but like I'm a model and so I'm really into photography and stuff like that, and I've noticed kind of low-key, I feel like the girls who really are kind of hateful, and sometimes they'll purposely take like ugly photos of you, things like that, just not showing support. Just, you know, you could be taking 100 photos of them, and then when it comes time for them to take a photo of you, they got one photo and it's of the street and you're not even in it. So I think you can just tell by the energy of certain things of how people feel about you. But also there's been specific situations that I've been in. For instance, there was a situation that I had where I was hanging out with my friends and we were all at the beach, and I was telling somebody about something that happened with my mom, and the girl was like, oh, didn't this happen to your mom? And literally just told a totally different situation that had nothing to do with what I was talking about, and basically just told my family business and made me really uncomfortable in that situation. And I was unsure as to why she did that, but as my best friend being the only person who knew about that situation, I felt that that was a violation, and I felt that she knew better. I think that we're all adults. I'm 22, so we're in our 20s. You know when you're doing something that you wouldn't want done to you, or that's unkind, or exposing something that someone else is not sharing with the group. So that, to me, that's a clear sign, that's a red flag. If somebody's doing that to you, that usually to me is a sign of jealousy, and that they didn't want you to be the center of attention or whatever the case. But you really do have to be mindful of that, because people are not aware of their energies, just like sometimes we cannot be aware of our own energies. And so people don't really know all the time when they are exuding a jealous energy towards you, but you will start to see those red flags coming out in the way that they're treating you, the way that they're talking about you. Like I said, how something that you told them could now be knowledge of the entire group, things like that. It starts to show that maybe they don't treat you the same way they treat everybody else in the friend group. And then once you recognize that, what do you do? I think that that is another next question, because it can be really difficult. I think that number one too, when you're part of a friend group and you feel like, am I gonna still be invited to the group, you know, outings and things like that if I have a problem with this person? Or maybe that's your only close friend and you're like, I don't really want to ruin this friendship. Number one, do not sacrifice your peace for somebody else's peace. You need to remember that. Please remember for that, because look, y'all see I'm stressing it, but this is serious because I've done that before. Me being a former people pleaser, I've definitely done that, and I can tell you that it literally did not end up with any positivity on my end. I ended up feeling drained. I ended up feeling like that person pretty much took everything that I had to give and then left me with nothing. And I could only be mad at myself because I was the person that continued to give even after I seen all the red flags. So once you see the red flags, the number one thing you need to do is acknowledge it. If you don't even acknowledge it, then you're gonna keep yourself in the cycle of like, well, I haven't said anything to them and da da da, and I don't know if they're, you know, really willing to change or whatever the case, or I don't know if that's what she meant by what she said. You need to acknowledge it, confront her and say, hey, you know, this is just make sure that you come clear and correct as a woman who wants to have an adult friendship, because I had to realize that a lot of these friendships, I've been friends with y'all since high school, and I understand that maybe some things were okay back then, maybe we didn't know any better back then, but now we do. And now you're making me feel a certain type of way. You're not actually making changes, you're not growing, and in some ways I feel that you're only acting this way towards me. So it starts to feel like, are we both just holding on to this relationship for the time's sake? Because that's not what I want to do. I want to cultivate genuine relationships, and that's where I'm at in my life. And just know that what I'm doing and the people that I'm spending my time with is worthwhile, because time is money, time is energy, time is currency, time is everything. So don't ever just waste your time because you want to not be lonely, basically, because you could be somewhere else. So anyway, once you acknowledge the situation, honestly, I'm the type of person, if I tell you once and you do it again, I will see, you know, how things go, and you basically get 2 chances with me. I don't do 3. I don't think that I need a 3rd chance to understand, and that's from my own experience. I've been in situations, I have been in an abusive relationship, I have been in situations where I've learned that it doesn't take you 3 times to find out a person's character. There are certain things that someone of honest character and somebody that genuinely loves and cares about you would not do. You give them an acknowledgement, you let them know this moving forward is their next chance. If they do something again, you can go ahead and give them another chance. It's up to you, honestly, depending on what they do. But I would say no more than 2 chances. You can give them another chance. If they do overstep your boundaries, whatever the case, you can let them know and say, this is the issue that I have. This is what I feel like, why it's gonna possibly be the end of our friendship. This could possibly be detrimental to our friendship. That's a word that I would use, because I want them to know that this in particular is what's causing my problem. This could be detrimental to our friendship, and if you continue, I'm going to have to move on. If it continues, you don't need to acknowledge it with them again. You don't need to sit there and give them chance after chance to apologize, or a chance to gaslight you and make you feel like it's something that it's not. Cut the situation off, stop talking to the people, block them, and start really investing in yourself. That's been a place where I've been. Really just like going to yoga classes and things like that, and just doing things that I love to do and finding out more things that I love to do. I just started hot yoga the other day. Not the other day, I started hot yoga like 2 months ago, but it feels like the other day. I really have just been enjoying it that much. Every time I walk out of the class, I feel refreshed, and I'm just grateful that I'm not allowing myself to be held down by these, you know, things that really don't matter and that won't matter to me in 10 years. I think that it's okay to be hurt. It's okay to wish that things didn't turn out the way that they did. But just remember that those memories that you made with those people don't go away just because the friendship is no longer. You still had all those memories. You still did all of those things. So be happy in that, and just know that ultimately the reason why you're not there is because you grew out of that. And whether they grew in a different direction or they just didn't grow at all, you guys just aren't on the same page anymore. So that's what I've been just channeling, and those are the things that that's been really resonating with me. I know that a lot of us know this and we hear this all the time, but I think it's great to have that reminder, because sometimes we do get down. Sometimes the world is lonely, and we do really covet friendships that we have. And I'm definitely not saying don't covet those friendships, but I'm saying covet yourself first, number one, and just recognize what the situation really was. Don't sit there and cry over something that's not what it really was. That's one thing I don't want you to do. I don't want you to be delusional, crying over something, and you know, over a friendship, over a relationship, acting like that person was treating you how you wanted to be treated, and if they were, the situation wouldn't have gotten to what it got to. So that's my thoughts on how to deal with fake friends. Please comment down below any other topics that I can cover. I'm also going to be doing some vlogs and other things coming up, so please subscribe and give me a little thumbs up if you like this video. My name is Michaela Kiana. Thank you.